Hey, I'm Spenser.
And I'm Britton.
And I'm Curtis.
Since 2011, Buckethead has released 301 albums in his Pikes series, and we're going to listen to them.
3 at a time.
This is Getting Head.
Welcome, bots, bros, and buddies. Patrick Warburton, Seinfeld's putty. Elder gods of a distant plane, including the great one, Billy Zane. Welcome, worshippers. Welcome, disciples. Welcome, the dude who got caught in a park restroom with George Michael. Welcome, all ye jerk-off pirates. Display your meat upon the mast. It's episode 75 of Getting Head,
A Bucketcast!
Welcome.
Welcome.
We have a guest today.
We do.
Wait. First off, what do you got for 75?
What's the name for that? Where it's like it's not a bicentennial, but there's a name for it. It's the 75th anniversary of something. There's a name for it.
I don't think there is.
There is. I promise. I saw it on Wikipedia recently.
Mm-hmm.
But there is a name for it. I don't remember what it is. That's what I have for 75.
Excellent research. Well, 75 is the standard number of balls in
a
bingo game.
Yeah.
It's Diamond Jubilee.
Diamond Jubilee is what it's called?
The 75th anniversary
of something is a Diamond Jubilee?
Yeah.
That's not the word I was thinking of.
It's so it's the standard number of balls in a game of bingo. Did you know that?
I did not know.
There's also the standard number of balls in Spenser's mouth when he goes to the bathhouse.
Yeah, I mean, sure.
It's also, interestingly, something I didn't know. It is the age limit for Canadian senators. They actually make them retire after 75.
Oh, wow.
I wish we fucking had that
I know,
shit.
America
Holy shit.
really needs that shit.
We really need that shit.
We've got some old idiots.
Old ass bitches.
Old idiots.
Old motherfuckers.
I'd be fine with younger idiots, to be honest.
Yeah.
Just because I can't blame it on them being old.
Yeah.
At least I could be like, well, then they're assholes and not, they're old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of old, we have a guest.
We do. Old. Sure. An old friend.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. There you go. Yeah. That's what I meant. Yeah.
Introduce yourself.
Yeah.
I'm Curtis, and I'm almost 40.
Hell yeah.
No, you're not.
Almost. 5 more years.
Yeah.
I mean, we're all almost 40, you know?
I was like, you're like
I'm
our
old.
age.
Come
Come on.
Yes.
We've known you for a very long time, and we're just now getting around to having you on the show. And like, it was one of those thoughts where I was like, how did I not think of asking Curtis by now to be on the show?
We talked about it like months ago.
Oh, I know. That's the conversation I'm talking about. Yeah. But now here we are.
Yeah. What have
you been up to?
Yeah.
Man?
What'd you do to get here? How do we know you? Why are you here?
It was through Helen, right?
It was.
Yeah, former guest.
Yeah, because she said she knew I was probably bitching about how there wasn't any thrash metal local bands, and she told me that there was one, and I think I may have like scoffed and was like, whatever, because usually when like Alaskan kids are like, oh, you like death metal, check out Bring Me the Horizon or something. I don't
Yeah.
Right.
And it's always something like that. It's like, oh, you like thrash? You're going to love, Death Punch, Switch Engage or whatever. So when I kicked it with you guys, I don't even think I heard the music. I just think we clicked.
5 Finger Crazy Fist.
I was just going to say that. Fuck you, Spenser. Fuck you. Fuck you. You're right, though. You're 5 Finger Crazy Fist. So.
True Alaskan band right there.
Real Alaska lore right there.
Yeah, so I do, recall very fondly, the first night we met you, it was actually me and Scott met you, and it was at a show you were DJing for Helen that I don't think we were playing. I was just there. I might have done sound. I'm not sure. But I don't think we were playing it at all. In like, after the show, like Helen's like, hey, Curtis here, like he also really likes metal. And me and Scott got to talking to you about Rhapsody, now known as Rhapsody of Fire. And you needed a ride home. And so we offered you a ride home, but we just ended up hanging out until like 4 a.m, like eating fucking ice cream at Cars.
Also known as Safeway.
Yeah, the Safeway of Alaska, Cars, which is owned by Safeway. But yeah. And we just like hung out and like listened to fucking power metal together and shit.
Yes,
and that was sick. It was a good night. Good time.
Yeah, it was.
But
it was definitely the fix I needed.
But you've got your own whole thing going on. I mean, you're a producer, DJ,
music thing under your own.
Done all sorts of stuff.
Completely unmetal related. Tell us about that. What do you do? You've put out some like singles, EP stuff recently. I've seen. Tell us about that.
Yeah. So first I started off as Curtis Vodka in my teens and posted some music online. That was like a golden age of the internet back then. Was for DJs especially, because it was like you can get literally anything you wanted, but also vinyl was still pressed for DJs. So it was like a paradise. It was like artists were releasing acapellas, which they don't do anymore, like at all, which is so weird because we're in the age of SoundCloud and there's no acapellas.
Artists don't release acapellas, but so many like people leak acapellas now, which is a totally different thing.
It's totally, you can get sued. It's all fucked up now.
It is because like they don't release them, so like they're not putting their stamp on. Yeah, you can actually remix this if you want to, and so like
which I mean, so many people can now,
right?
Like more than before, but So anyways, I was really into this CD when it was in high school. This DJ mix called Hollertronix, which was DJ Low Budget from Philadelphia and Diplo.
Oh yeah.
Who's like super famous now, but back then he was held this party in Philly called Hollertronix. That like shaped what I became. And I was like 14, 15 when that came out. And they had a message board and I used to post music on there. And then there was another artist that came out of France named Uffie. I remixed one of her songs as a joke. And it was like, it kind of became like a meme, like really quick,
sick,
viral. Yeah, which was for my benefit really great. But the song was like, I made it shitty on purpose. So it was like, it kind of haunted me.
Oh no.
But I was able to capitalize off of it a little bit. And I toured the world for years.
That's dope.
Releasing music that, I like, and not something that was just gluing me to that one viral song.
Hell yeah.
But so the recent release is from a Norwegian label called Mutual Intentions. I don't know how they found me, but they found me and then they wanted to do a release like immediately. And which was really convenient because this was right at the time where we were on lockdown, and I was super depressed because I was broke.
Yeah.
I wasn't working. I was an alcoholic and I was doing pills. And so I was supplying both drugs and alcohol with that stimulus fucking weekly stimulus bullshit, which sucks because I should have I was just like done. I was over a lot of things. I was losing friends to the protests. In Portland, there was those militia assholes picking up people, like kidnapping them.
Yeah.
Well, there was a friend of mine in Portland that has that. There's no evidence that they exist anymore. Like, they went to the protest and then now they're just gone. So
whoa, what the fuck?
Yeah, I was
That's
dealing with a
fucking
lot of
crazy.
weird.
Yeah.
So the label hit me up perfect time because I was about to actually stop like promoting my music and only keep it as like a bedroom thing and just focus on like whatever else. And I was just gonna like lock my shit up and just stop contacting labels, and they hit me up at the right time, and I sent them a bunch of stuff, and they released it all.
Nice. Hell yeah.
That's a success.
Yeah, it's nice. It's a good label too. I was very honored. I was very grateful.
Where can people find that? And is it vinyl only or?
It's actually. They actually did a digital release too. So they have a Bandcamp, which is Mutual Intentions, and it's called the Curtis Vodka EP because now I've changed my name to just Curtis with 2 S's and a K instead of Curtis.
Word.
And I don't know why they wanted. I think they wanted to let people know that it's Curtis Vodka, like to try to get like some momentum of just not some like fresh artist coming out of nowhere. I think that's why they wanted to use it. I didn't really care. I was like, whatever. But the vinyl release was only Europe, but it was released through Fat Beats Distro. So now it's in America through Fat Beats stores. So if you go to fatbeats.com, you can get the vinyl, which is way cheaper than the European vinyl.
Hell yeah. We love that.
Nice.
Spenser here loves vinyl.
I don't have any vinyl. Yeah.
I used to have a bunch of vinyl. I got rid of a bunch of it.
Yeah, I remember you used to have crates, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
I got some rare metal though.
Oh yeah? What you
Still.
got?
Oh yeah. No, you have some crazy cassette tapes.
Oh yeah.
I remember that. I told you I could definitely offload those.
Raw black metal demo tapes worth more than your life?
No, straight up. Like he's got some really valuable shit.
Here, let me show you real quick.
Like,
all right, what we got?
Like he sent me pictures, and I'm like, I could like offload these for probably. There's some stuff there that's worth like $100 for the cassette tape. It's nuts.
That's a lot for
a
cassette tape.
You have no idea how much that shit sells. It's nuts. Like old Dungeon old raw black metal, nuts amount of money.
Worth more than your life.
Here's one of my releases.
Oh, tight. That looks cool.
And here's the other one.
That's
nice.
A sick. Yeah.
Wow, that's sick, man. That looks awesome.
Yeah, that's one I saw.
And I got a ton of them. I haven't. They told me that I should like unload them, but.
Oh, nice.
Antichrist.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Morbid Angel.
Nice. Blessed are the
got
sick.
a lot of death, a lot of black. I have an original Japanese release of Venom black metal.
Dude, that's sick.
Nice.
That's probably worth a fuck ton of money, dude. An original, so that's probably like early 80s release.
Japanese.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
80s.
Yeah.
And they're all like, there's that one photo of the dude on the bike.
That rocks, dude. That dude fucks.
Dude, I forgot how much it's all metal. Like it's all black and death metal.
Hell yeah.
Oh, I have one. I don't know why I have this, but it's the Young in the Way album.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
They got canceled. Hate to see it.
Oh.
Hate to see it. I liked that band a lot too. That was a disappointing thing when that happened.
I'm not really into. I guess it's hardcore-ish, but
yeah.
But there was one band that I liked that I told it's hardcore. I didn't really hear it, but it's called
Was it The Secret?
No, it was a band from Italy called Hierophant.
Okay, I've not heard of that band.
They're really good. If you like Young in the Way, I'm sure you'll like Hierophant.
Oh,
but
okay,
they have
that
this.
Sounds kind of familiar now.
They have an album called Massgrave.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like just not screaming, but death screaming. I don't know. I guess it could be hardcore, but
speaking of death screaming,
yeah,
Britt, do you have any goth news for us?
Oh, I've got tons of goth news all the time, baby.
Beneath the waning moon, it's goth news. Goth news for cool dudes.
Oh my god. I'm ready for it. What do you got?
Oh, so much goth news this week. Article this week released by Danny D. Placido in Forbes claims that The Batman, starring Robert Pattinson, is bringing goth back to Gotham City. Placido, an arts and films writer for Forbes, says, quote, Batman, the animated series, famously had its background artists draw on black paper, ensuring that blackness would always be the default in Gotham City. Matt Reeves' The Batman manages to echo the mood of that legendary animation, its Gotham perpetually soaked in shadow, illuminated by sickly yellow streetlights. The sidewalk is always slippery with rain. It's a vision of Gotham with emphasis on the goth, a timeless, otherworldly realm, modern enough to incorporate the internet and smartphones, whose eroding brick skyscrapers are riddled with old-timey Italian gangsters. I'm not sure if Placadio's background in goth, but I don't think he knows what goth is. Goth isn't when like things are just dark. Goth is shopping for your clothing at Spirit Halloween, smoking cloves, and having been bullied.
Yeah, definitely cloves. Cloves are pretty critical to the whole thing. You gotta have cloves. Can't have goth without cloves, dude.
This week in goth obituaries, star of stage, screen, jazz, art, and beyond, and goth, Conrad Janis has left this world. The legendary jazz trombonist who starred in Mork and Mindy as Mindy's father also had big parts in tons of television shows and appeared in bona fide goth media, including Frasier, in which he played Frasier's neighbor, and 1996's goth classic, The Cable Guy.
Oh, that is a goth classic. I mean, you're not wrong there.
Janis is survived by his 2 children, Christopher and Karen, 2 grandchildren, 2 great-grandchildren, and, of course, Count Dracula. Patriarch of all the goths.
Obviously.
Yeah. And finally, in goth news this week, Papa John's founder and goth maverick John Schnatter spoke with Fox Business after last week's Conservative Political Action Conference, saying, quote, could I do Papa John's today in 2022? No way.
No way.
What? No way. Schnatter
you heard it here first.
Schnatter shared that he's thankful to have built his brand during Reaganomics in 1984 under a president like Ronald Reagan, who bolstered support for small businesses and entrepreneurship.
Yeah, it's called CIA cocaine.
Hell yeah, baby. Schnatter stepped down as CEO of Papa John's in 2018 after he blamed declining sales on football players protesting the treatment of black people in America, causing their stock to fall 30%. He then used the N-word during a conference call.
Goth news for cool dudes.
Wow, thanks for that.
Thank you, John Schnatter.
He is very cool.
Thank you, Papa John.
We love hearing about his exploits.
For being the papa of all goths.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't be here without him.
What have you been up to this week, Spencer?
What have I been up to? Oh my God. So much. So I went to a Del Taco for the first time.
Del the funky homo taco. I've got nothing here. Sorry.
Yeah, it's Del the funky homo taco.
You were almost there.
It's just one gay guy making tacos. Like, hey, you want a taco?
Yeah,
That's a lot of piercings.
Taco. Yeah,
the
just
homo taco.
The homo taco.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah. So I'd never been to a Del Taco before because there's not really any close by here.
So were you in like North Washington or Eastern Washington?
Southern Washington.
Southern Washington.
Federal Way. There's a Del Taco in Federal Way.
I did actually know that. Federal Way sucks.
Does.
I hate Federal Way.
It's terrible. But I was driving back from Oregon and there's a Del Taco.
Yeah.
And I was like, I got to try that. I've never been there.
I see you left the bag of it on your floor here.
It is. The Del Taco bag is on the floor in front of us here.
So for those watching the stream, here's the Del Taco bag Spenser consumed and then just left on
right
his
here.
floor.
On my floor. Yes.
In front of where I sit to do the podcast.
Yes. You know how like animals will leave dead animals
as a treat.
Yeah.
This is
that's what
your
I was
mouse
doing for you.
Your mouse in front of my bed. Yes,
exactly.
Really, yeah.
Exactly.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
So a couple of things to say about Del Taco. Firstly, relatively affordable, not very expensive, which is nice. Secondly, I ordered just like a couple burritos, and they serve fries, by the way, which is really nice. Yeah. Fries at a Mexican food restaurant is tight.
Hell yeah,
big fan of that. But anyway, so I ordered a couple burritos and fries. I get up there. The first thing the lady does is hand me like 2 enormous drinks, and I was like, I took the first one without thinking about it. Then I was like, hey, I didn't order a drink, and then she was like, oh, well, yeah, those are for the next order, and I was like, okay, and she was like, I'm holding the drink this whole time. And then she's like, well, you can just keep that one. And I was like, okay. And she was like, I hope you like iced tea. And I was like, okay,
cool.
Thanks.
Hell yeah. Love it.
I do, I guess.
Yeah. Free iced tea is
yeah, sure.
Sick. Yeah, why not?
I mean, it's free.
Yeah, it is. It is free.
Got any milk? Can I have a milk?
Got some milk?
Got any yoo-hoo?
Got any 2%? I like it 2% or nothing, baby.
Yeah, it would have been really funny to haggle the drink. To try to haggle the drink, because the only reason they're giving it to me is because they already handed it to me.
Right.
And I'm like, yeah, hand me a different drink, please.
We're like, I like iced tea, but could you heat it up for me? I prefer hot tea.
I prefer hot iced tea. Yeah, it's better that way.
Oh my god.
Pretty good.
Hot iced tea.
Dude, I've got a story about that. Okay, so I worked as a barista for a long time, and one time I had a girl come up to me and say like, hey, can you make some like hot chocolate but like iced? And I was like, yeah, so chocolate milk? And she was like, what? And I was like, you're asking for chocolate milk. And she was like, oh, okay.
Not necessarily.
Yes. I was like, well, no, so the conversation...
Yoo-hoo is like more, I think, iced hot chocolate, because it's a non-dairy chocolate drink, which is like, you can get non-dairy hot chocolate.
Yoo-hoo definitely has dairy in it.
It doesn't.
It definitely does.
It's like chocolate water.
No, it's definitely a dairy drink. Am I 2 for 2? Like, I corrected you earlier about Rockstar being rated R. But Yoo-hoo definitely has dairy.
It's not like a dairy drink. It's like a...
Is it vegan?
It is not vegan.
It's not chocolate or strawberry milk. It includes whey.
Yeah. So it's definitely a dairy drink. I mean, it has...
It's not dairy. It's not a dairy drink.
But it does have dairy.
It's not chocolate milk at all. Like,
yeah, but no, it's not chocolate milk, but it does have dairy in it.
Yeah, but it's not like a dairy drink.
Sure. But in this case...
Okay, so here's the definition of it, just real quick. It says, chocolate milk has actual milk in it, while Yoo-hoo has water and then a couple of milk byproducts.
There you go.
So,
yeah.
Okay.
Honestly, they should just put carbonation in it and
There you
make
go.
the best drink ever. So
That
they're
sounds
messing up
sick
anyway.
as fuck, actually.
That does sound tight. I'm kind of into that.
I would
Could be pretty
drink,
good.
Like a carbonated.
It's called chocolate soda.
drink.
Look it up.
Damn.
Yeah,
All right.
You
All
want
right.
carbonated chocolate? It's called Guinness, and it tastes like shit. Enjoy.
Guinness sucks.
Guinness does
Man,
suck.
fuck some Guinness.
It's like if you're having a really bad day on purpose.
Well, so the thing about Guinness and a reason. So a PCC just opened up near me, which is
Natural market.
but one thing I love about the PCC that just opened up near me is they have individual Guinnesses. Because I will never buy a 4-pack of Guinness because Guinness fucking sucks
Yeah.
unless you're cooking with it. And it's amazing for cooking because it's got a rich, malty, chocolatey flavor.
Sure.
And it's got that yeastiness to it that's perfect. And so
yeah,
it's
I could
good
see you
cooking in
stuff
so
down
many
in it.
things.
Make a Guinness reduction.
Right, but I never,
You know?
there has never been a point in my life where I've wanted more than 16 ounces of Guinness.
Mm.
And so it's perfect,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. Perfect. So I got this burrito at
I thought you said you got tacos.
No, I didn't. I got a burrito.
You went to Del Taco and you got a burrito.
Correct.
Jesus Christ, Spencer.
What do you expect from me? I'm a burrito man. My father was a burrito man, and my son shall be a burrito man.
Do you know your father was a burrito man?
That's funny because I have an absentee father. Thanks, Britt. That's really good.
Oh shit!
No, I got a burrito, and in the burrito, it was just like, so it was made with the Beyond Meat, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
Just got the Beyond Meat in there, and then it was just like a bunch of like sauces. So it was like it was Beyond Meat, a fuck ton of guacamole.
I
like,
love that.
So much
I
guacamole.
love a saucy burrito.
And then, so it was so much guacamole, and then it was refried beans. So there was another like goopy thing, and then a bunch of sauce. And so it was just like a pile of goop wrapped in a tortilla, and it was fucking awesome. It was
That sounds great.
delicious,
Yeah, yeah.
actually.
No,
Like it was really good.
I've only had good experiences with Del Taco, basically.
I was very impressed. And the burrito, I think it cost like $7,
That's not bad for a big burrito.
but it was a really big burrito, and it was very filling.
Mm-hmm.
And I liked it. It was pretty good.
We love that.
So I gotta say, Del Taco, all right in my book.
Oh, yeah.
Not too bad.
Where are you guys located in Washington?
Around
Seattle.
Seattle area.
Seattle.
I'll probably be
Metro.
popping up over there at the end of the year.
Oh, yeah? Your Gma lives around here, yeah?
Yeah, over in Fremont by Gasworks.
Oh, yeah.
That's right by me. I live in the U District. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, Britt, what's up with you?
Not a lot. I've seen a bunch of live music in the last week.
That's pretty tight.
Last Thursday, I went and saw Nearly Dan, the world's premier Steely Dan cover band.
Oh wow, we get to
Whoa.
compare them to the real Dan.
Yeah, they're a
Pretty soon.
12-piece cover band. They were fucking sick.
Mm-hmm.
Great
Wow.
sound, really, really good live. I mean, obviously not as good as the actual Dan, but pretty awesome.
Nice.
Also, this Tuesday, I went and saw Author and Punisher live.
I really wanted to go to that, but I was out of town,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
it's cool. They played at Clockout Lounge. The place that we saw the Andrews band, the Rivers of Nihil, or Rivers of Nephilim. What's the fuck the cover band of
Fields of the Nephilim.
Fields of Nephilim. There you go. I think I'm conflating
Rivers of
Rivers
the
of Nihil.
Nihil.
Yeah. I'm conflating those two bands, but we saw them in the Bauhaus cover band.
I thought that was at like a pizza place.
Yeah, they have pizza there, but it's a place called Clockout Lounge.
That's Clockout Lounge?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a decent venue. They've got a pretty
Wait,
good sound
so
system.
Yeah, that place is pretty good. Yeah.
There's Clockout Lounge. There's also a Timeout Lounge.
And then
also
there's Central Saloon. I always
which
get
is
all of those
totally
confused.
different. Central Saloon
Yeah.
is like
Yeah,
fucking
it's like
George-
downtown.
Yeah, it's like it's Pioneer Square.
Okay,
Yeah.
I get all those places confused.
Yeah,
But
and then there's
so,
also there's Central Saloon, but there's also the Central Club, which is in Kirkland, which is like
oh
a
god,
place they play blues every now and again.
huh?
My local dive, which rules actually.
Nice,
Love that place.
Nice. Well, that's cool. Yeah, I'm jealous that you got to go to that show. That's super cool.
Yeah, it was awesome.
He's awesome.
Huge
Big fan.
recommendation. The guy who opened up for a Mutant, which is mutant spelled with a V instead of a U, MVTANT, was awesome. Like kind of like old school Nine Inch Nails mixed with like modern like power violence almost.
Okay.
Super fucking cool.
Tight.
Highly recommended.
Love that.
Good stuff.
That's pretty tight.
Yeah, that's what I've been up to though.
Do you think you have it in you to lay upon us a bucket fact?
I always have bucket facts, baby.
Bucket fact, bucket fact, bucket fact, bucket fact, bucket fact, bucket fact,
bucket fact.
Oh boy! Today we're going to be talking about Buckethead project Cobra Strike, which we discussed briefly in reference to some of its band members. But today we're going to go down the full rabbit hole, or snake hole, if you will.
Yeah, snake hole.
And dig out the full history of the band.
Mm-hmm.
Arriving completely unannounced from Ion Records on August 24th, 1999, the 13th scroll was Cobra Strike's first of 2 records. The name of the band comes from a video game called G.I. Joe Cobra Strike, released in 1983 on the Atari 2600.
Nice.
Featuring a combination of featured live players from his first 2 major bands, the Deli Creeps and Praxis. The original lineup of Cobra Strike has Buckethead on guitars and basses, Pinchface from Deli Creeps on drums, and Brian Mantilla and DJ Disc from Praxis on programming. The production duties are handled by both Buckethead and Travis Dickerson, who went on to handle a ton of other Buckethead recordings, including all of his stuff with Viggo Mortensen. Although he wasn't involved in the recording process at all, Praxis leader Bill Laswell is still credited on the album with Invisible Hand and Subliminal Projections.
Ooh.
Indeed, spooky.
Spooky.
Released the next year in 2000 on Ion Records, Cobra Strike 2, YYB, XY, Hold, is another electronic metal album, but featuring none of the original cast besides Buckethead and Travis Dickerson. Also appearing on the album is a bassist known as Sheps, who seems to be a minimalist techno producer from the UK, who appears on nothing else Buckethead has ever done, and really not a whole lot of music in general.
That's odd.
One of the more notable collaborators on this album is Buckethead touring manager P-Sticks.
Oh, we've talked about him before.
We have talked about P-Sticks before, who provides beats for the album in what is his first of 3 musical collaborations with Buckethead.
Mm-hmm.
He would go on to provide vocals and rhythms to Somewhere Over the Slaughterhouse and Buckethead Buckethead Land Volume 2 in the coming years.
Okay.
Being that live drums are scant on these albums and they're largely metal over electronic beats, a lot of connections can be seen and made between Cobra Strike and the Pikes series. And really, if you like the more metal Pikes, these albums are probably for you. You should go check them out.
Wow.
bucket fact,
Hell yeah. We listened to 3 more Pikes this week.
Yeah, we did.
Pikes 223, 224, and 225. Dragging the Fence, Buildor, and Florrmat, respectively.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah. These were 3 pretty cool Pikes, I thought.
Indeed. Pike 223, Dragging the Fence.
Released on January 19th, 2016, just 4 days after the previous Pike Out of the Attic.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. This was cool. It was a chill Pike. A little too chill, perhaps.
Yeah, it's very chill. It's ambient
Really good
guitar.
for walking.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
nice.
It's like it's an ambient album. It's good for doing ambient activities, I'd say.
Yeah,
Yes.
I drove to Best Buy to return a monitor to this.
That makes sense.
Yeah. It worked out okay.
Nice.
That's I would say that is the perfect time to listen to it for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just 2 songs. About the same length, both of them. First one is the titular track, "Dragging the Fence."
Mm-hmm.
It's just a really lovely, like minor 7th key type song, super melodic, kind of has almost a Latin feel of it because of the minor 7th. Lots of beautiful melodies weaved in and out of here. He doesn't like stay on anything too long. However, perhaps he stays on the song too long. Because it's just like 15 minutes of like acoustic guitar playing. No real solos or anything. Some leads here and there.
Yeah, some melodies.
It's all right. It's a good, decent ambient album. If you know.
Yeah.
What do you think? Is this your first Pike here, Curtis?
Yeah, it is my first Pike that I'm aware of. I wasn't aware of his Pike series.
Yeah.
Pretty
wild.
So
there's a lot of them.
When you said that we were going to review albums and you sent them, I had no problem getting into anything. I mean, I'm familiar with how to listen to Buckethead, so. But what's crazy about Buckethead is that his stuff, it's really hard to like describe it to someone, and it's you never really know if it's something you haven't heard. You'll have an idea because you fuck with his style, like you fuck with his existence, but you don't really know what the song is gonna be like. So
True.
I actually listened to "Dragging the Fence" or the Pike release 3 times. Nice. The first time I actually listened to it, like I really like sat down and just only did that by listening to it, because I thought maybe like 14 minutes in it was gonna get crazy and then stop immediately and then like go back to what it was. Like I wasn't sure what was gonna happen. And then the second time I just wanted to listen to it. And the third time I was just like I didn't know that I was listening to it. But it's like good. Like I really enjoyed it.
Like, yeah. If it's on in the background, it's like not distracting or anything. It's like whatever.
Yeah.
It's like a spa with Buckethead.
It's definitely spa music.
Yeah,
he's been doing a lot of massage music.
Yeah, he's massage core.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody got a fence story?
No.
I got a fence story.
Okay, go for it.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Give me.
So, I got a story from the. This was one of the first times I got high. I smoked marijuana.
I do actually have a fence right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So one of the first times I got high, I think it was the second time I got high. I was at my friend's house and we were like taking bong hits, I think, and we were just like fucking around and being weird. And then like I got this call from my mom, and she like had to pick me up like early. She was like, I'm driving to this thing that I need to do, and you're on the way, so I need to pick you up now. I can't come back and pick you up later, blah 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 or whatever. And I was like, oh fuck, and because I was like insanely high, and my mom didn't know I was at my friend's house because she said I could only go to like businesses around the Diamond Center. So I was like, oh, I'm at Sports Authority. And then my friend lived right by Sports Authority. So I was like, oh, I'll just run back there. And I was like super fucking high. I was just high out of my goddamn mind. So
cool.
I started like running, and this is before I knew that I had bad vision. So I didn't wear glasses or anything, and I couldn't see things very well. Things especially like a chain link fence. So I was running, and I turn and I see this field. It's like an empty field, and like I'm like, oh my god, how have I never taken this shortcut before? If I just run through this empty field, like I'm there. This is perfect. And so I just start running. I'm running full blast. I'm running as fast as I can, and I smack right into a chain link fence and just like
awesome.
Bounce off of it. Like I remember like bouncing backwards and like landing on the ground and being just like dazed, like not understanding what just happened. And then I was like, oh my god, and like it like kind of cut up parts of my body a little bit, and I was like kind of dazed. I wasn't really hurt though. I more felt like a dumbass because I like got up and like looked around to like see if anybody saw me run into the fence, and then I was like, okay, I just gotta go. So I ran around the fence and ran back there, and then ended up spending the day stoned in my mom's car while she did like real estate errands
After getting thrashed by a fence.
Yeah, and it was hard to like chill from that, but yeah, it was
Thrash as hell, dog.
It was thrash as hell. Anybody, you got a fence story?
Yeah, it's not a long one. I was on a first date this one time with this cool librarian dude, and we got an Uber after having several drinks and getting kind of drunk, and like we realized that to get the Uber, like there was actually no way for us to like access the block over unless we climbed like this like 8-foot high chain link fence.
What?
Yeah.
And so I climbed it first, and then like they climbed it after I did, and then like I'm like, oh, let me help you here, and like on their way down, they like kicked me in the head like on accident, like fucking hard with a pair of Doc Martens. I think I might have gotten a concussion. I was feeling super weird, but I was already kind of drunk. But like it left a nice indentation in my head for a little while. But they felt really bad for me, and they're like, "Oh, do you want to go fuck?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And
nice.
It was
That's good.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
made me feel
that's
better.
that's definitely a plus.
Yeah, yeah. Concussion sex, pretty cool. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
Not sure if you're coming or going, or if the blood's in the brain or in the penis. It's just like
doesn't
somewhere.
even matter as long as you're getting off.
Yeah, exactly.
Either you're getting off or getting off this earth at that point.
Yeah.
So.
Win-win.
Either way.
Win-win. Yeah, that's what I call the carradine.
Yeah. I carradine because you do.
That's pretty good. Pike 224 Buildor.
So this is when I was a young kid, when I would build things with blocks, a young Rothor would go, Buildor!
You remember Homestar Runner?
Yeah.
Did they have like I think it was, they had like a metal song.
Was
Dragor,
Burninator?
The Burninator.
Something like that?
Yeah. I remember
That's
Burninator.
right.
Yeah.
Been a long time.
Yeah, Buildor released on January 23rd, 2016, 4 days after dragging the fence.
Yeah.
And long after Flash was no longer supported on the internet.
That's a great segue, Britt. I appreciate that so much. Yeah, that's
this one's
true.
also split up into two songs, Buildor Part 1
Correct.
and Buildor Part 2.
Both are like
Similar.
kind of a continuation
They're
of
kind
one
of the same
another.
song,
They're very
kinda,
similar. Yeah. It is melodic guitar rock. Both songs melodic guitar rock. It is. I would describe it as a solid Pike.
It's fine. It's
fine.
It's another massage Pike.
I could see that.
It's soft guitar rock with like synth, and then it becomes like soaring kind of metal.
Kind of metal, yeah.
On both of the songs. Like both of them start out like kind of acoustic with a soft guitar, and like 2-3 minutes in, suddenly, hey, metal ballad, and then till the end of the song. And they're both like 15 minutes long. They're both very similar. Honestly, like this Pike, realistically, instead of 2 15-minute long songs, could have been 1 5-minute long song, and it could have said the exact same thing, I think.
Probably right.
Yeah. It was fine. It was a little too ballady, a little too long for my taste. It was fine.
Curtis, would you get a massage to this album?
Yeah, for sure.
Tight. What'd you think?
Actually, if I was getting I would gladly get a massage, but I'd probably get too hyped to like lay down. I'd probably have to like get up and like.
Yeah, you think you would actually boogie to this album on a massage?
Yeah, I was boogieing to it. So
oh wow.
What I thought of it is it felt like really good dad rock.
Yeah. Definitely dad.
It felt
like 80s, 90s ballad.
Like I felt like someone better than Dio was gonna show up. I also got like flashbacks to Entombed third album, Wolverine Blues, which I really disliked.
Interesting.
I really disliked that album, but
Really?
I
like
really-
I
Wolverine.
didn't dislike
Yeah.
this.
It
was
Wolverine
because-
Blues is one of my favorite
It's
albums
good.
of all time.
Really?
Yes.
It's a good album.
It's-
I don't
I-
like it as much as
I
loved
Left-Hand
it.
Path, but it's very good.
Clandestine is my favorite.
I went
probably.
from Left Hand Path into thinking I was going to get something better than Left Hand Path, and it wasn't that
It's definitely
bad
not.
album.
It's not Left-Hand Path 2. As
I
it
just wasn't
maybe
ready.
should be.
You know,
Sure.
like, to be fair, like, I don't hate it. That's a strong
Mhm.
word, but I thought this was something that could have been something like that.
Mhm.
I don't
Okay.
know. Yeah,
Okay.
That's fair.
maybe
That's
I need to
interesting.
listen to Wolverine Blues again.
Dude, it slaps.
Been
I mean,
years.
those songs are like they're like pop songs and they're kind of short, but like, dude, the drumming is so good on that record. It
The
is
production is
the
really
production. It sounds so
good. It's
huge.
vocal forward and
Yeah.
big. And
Yeah.
like I love a good
God damn.
vocal forward like Swedish metal production.
Yeah, it's
You
pretty
know, I
tight.
was really not in the correct headspace. I really needed something to like vomit to, not
Oh,
like
it's fair.
chill with wine or something and really dig the album. But I should probably go back to it because I did not like it.
It's a pretty good album. I would recommend it.
I would. But this
Well,
one,
I trust you guys, so I'll definitely do that.
but this one, what do we think about this one? You, what's the most impressive thing you've ever built, Britt?
I don't know, like
Probably your server, right?
the server is something cool I've built. You know, me and my dad built the PA together. That
Was
something-
really cool. Yeah,
cool to
when we
build.
were playing music together as kids, you had this giant PA that you ran
It
your
was
bass
the
through.
loudest
It
fucking
was the loudest
thing
thing
of
in
all
the world.
time.
Custom speaker cabs and
Yeah, like
all this stuff.
two 18-inch bass cabinets.
Mhm.
And so it was like literally the loudest thing. Oh god.
And it required so much power that you were frequently,
Destroying
Just-
circuit breakers.
dude, just
That
so
was,
many.
That was
yeah.
the breaker.
It was. Yeah.
I'm surprised we never came up with a good nickname for it, like the breaker, because it was like every other time I plugged it to, like, literally any time I plugged it into a non-dedicated outlet, it cut the breaker straight up. Like,
yeah.
like anything, like, yeah, even if I plugged in like a Furman power conditioner with more than one port, it would fucking
Yeah.
destroy the power. It was crazy.
It's too much.
Mm-hmm.
It's too much metal.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah. If this Pike was a transformer,
hmm
what do you think it'd transform into?
The Twin Towers and then get taken out by Osama bin Laden.
Wow. What do you think Flight
Yeah.
93 would have transformed into?
A coffin.
Wow. A transformer shaped like a giant coffin. Jesus Christ.
I'm so sorry.
It won't even transform. It's dead.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I just-
Fucking Tower 7 just like transforms into a giant turban.
yeah. It's great. Wow. We went there. It's pretty
Speaking of
good.
going there, Pike
Yeah.
225 Florrmat.
Florrmat.
Released on January 26th, 2016, just 3 days after Buildor.
Buildor.
This one is split into 7 different parts, which is Florrmat parts 1 through Florrmat part 7.
What?
Florrmat part 7.
Okay. We're doing that. This one's probably my favorite of the 3 this week.
Yeah, definitely the best Pike this week.
Yeah, it has some rockin' guitar and some cool atmosphere.
It's dynamic, it's
Uh-huh.
diverse,
Yeah.
it's blessed and not cursed.
Wow. Look at that. Spitting bars.
Yeah, it leaves in a Volvo, not a hearse.
Damn. Okay. Curtis, what'd you think?
I liked it. It kind of reminded me of, like, I felt like I was gonna hear some vocals, like some neo folk vocals.
Mm.
Neofocals.
Mm-hmm.
So these releases, I kept hearing like what vocals it should have.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And this third one, I kept hearing either like really good like black metal vocals like Make a Change, Kill Yourself, or like Yerfost. I don't know if you're familiar with Yerfost.
Yeah. I know the band.
Something kind of like folksy like that, but it made me like halfway through it made me want to watch an 80s horror movie that doesn't exist,
Nice.
unfortunately.
Well,
But yeah, I got amped.
You got to make that 80s horror movie.
you gotta make the make the 80s horror movie in your mind. Just do it.
I have one. It's called Kung Fu Werewolf.
Oh,
that's
that
amazing.
sounds great.
Kung Fu Werewolf. That's
Very good.
I'd watch that.
yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds.
Yeah, it's like Bruce Lee's Game of Death meets Universal Monsters. Universal
Interesting.
Studios Monsters.
Yeah.
Sounds tight.
I was paid last year to do some audio werewolf erotica.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Forgot about that.
Sounds amazing.
Did that ever come out?
Yeah. I mean, it didn't. I don't know if it. I mean, I got paid to do it. Like, it wasn't a thing. It was a thing that like someone paid me to do so they could jerk off to it, not like a published release. It was like
I see.
commissioned Rule 34 shit. It might he might have released it elsewhere. I do have it on my I think one of my SoundClouds. If we want to listen to it at some point.
Yeah, sure. We'll
'Cause
do
it's-
we'll listen to it on stream and we'll do a live commentary.
It's weird.
yeah.
It's very.
Is it called 50 Shades of Fur?
Oh, I like
Ooh,
that.
that's pretty
Yeah.
good.
50 shags of fur. Mm.
50
I don't
Barks of Wolf?
50 wears of wolf.
There you go.
I don't like that at all.
Uh,
Yeah.
50 albums by Buckethead.
Yes, sir.
6 equals this podcast.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah. This album, Florrmat, pretty good. Much better than Florrmat. I didn't want to walk all over it. Pretty
Wow.
diverse. It's got cool riffs.
Yeah, there's some cool riffs on here.
It's a cool rocker. It's very it's very not diverse, dynamic. Like,
yeah, dynamic's
it
a
goes,
better word. Yeah.
It goes like soft and hard. There's a lot of staccato parts. Like it's got some jazzy parts, got some neoclassical parts. It's got a lot of stuff going on. Also, one thing we should probably mention: this is one of the very few albums that doesn't have the Buckethead insignia up in the left-hand corner.
Yeah, which is pretty weird, right?
It's in the bottom right corner for whatever reason.
For whatever reason.
Couldn't tell you why.
Yeah, pretty
Other than that,
odd.
it's a very regular looking Pike.
Correct. How strange.
Yeah.
Anywho,
Mm-hmm. What kind
Yeah.
of glory hole do you think this Pike is playing at? Like, where's this glory hole?
this is at a Love's
like a
Love's truck stop. You ever
Oh,
been to a
okay.
Love's? They have showers there.
Yeah, I'm familiar with that.
So that was actually another story I was going to tell today. Well, while I was driving, so I was driving around Washington,
Uh-huh.
and I stopped at a Love's truck stop. Now, if you're not familiar with a Love's truck stop, it's like a giant truck stop.
Yeah, it's multiple places, and so
Yeah,
it's like a mini mall in a truck stop. Basically.
yeah, kind of. The one that I went to was on the smaller side, but they had like a Carl's Jr. built into it.
Yeah. A lot of them have subways
yeah.
built into it.
Yeah.
Almost all of them have subways. for some
Yeah,
reason.
and they had like they had a large area where they had like standard gas station type stuff, and then they had like another large area that had like trucking supplies,
Mhm.
and like just
like
merch.
like lube,
They did not have any
lube
lube
and
there.
gas station boner pills.
So they did not have any lube there.
Liar.
But they did have
Liar.
quite a few things. They had showers that you could rent, so you could take a shower there.
Mhm.
Pretty nice. They had sick ass blankets. So they had 2 blankets that I saw there. One of them was a like 7-string flying V on a with like flames all over it.
And so an R.I.P. dime bag blanket is
basically.
what you're saying. Yeah.
The second blanket was like an evil clown.
So an ICP blanket.
Man.
Yeah, which is pretty tight. They sold cowboy hats. They sold several different kinds of cowboy hats. They sold cowboy hats with American flags on them. They had, so in the store, they had 5 different areas in which you could buy a knife.
That tracks. That definitely tracks for a
the
truck
most
stop.
expensive knife. Do you want to guess the most expensive knife that they had there? It was behind a glass case.
$49.99.
Oh no, it was $29.99 for it.
Wow.
And it was Harley Davidson branded, which is pretty good. They had some of the coolest things I've ever seen there. So they had these little keychains that were shaped like a pistol, but it was actually a knife. It was a tiny knife that like popped out when you clicked a button on the side.
Uh-huh.
They had laser pointers that were also shaped like little pistols. That was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they had one that was like a combination pistol, laser pointer, and torch. So if you want to smoke some meth and also like shine the laser pointer at the McDonald's employee's eyes.
And if you've ever met a trucker, they want to do both of those things at all times.
Yes, this is true. This is true.
Like that's all. That's what you get into trucking for, is the fucking methamphetamine and fucking harassing people at McDonald's.
And also the Love's Truck Stop Glory Hole, where they played this Buckethead album,
Absolutely.
where you could maybe get sucked off by another trucker.
Yeah.
So they had other things there too. They also had camo flip flops for pretty tight.
How are you sure?
They were hard to see.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, really hard to see. They also sold these like little like Swarovski crystal like figurines. And they had those also behind the glass case. They had them in the same glass case that they had the Harley Davidson knife.
Mm-hmm.
But they were like these very like bad looking little like crystal figurines. And some of them said like mom on them. Some of them were like little creatures.
Yeah.
And it was like it had a sign above the display that said like gifts for your loved ones.
Oh, I love that.
And none of them were more than like $15. They were all very cheap. Everything there was very cheap.
Yeah.
They had some pretty cool hats there too. Some pretty cool trucker hats. My favorite
Not
one.
as cool as my hat.
Yeah, your hat's pretty cool.
I don't know if you can see this. This Curtis.
No, I can't.
Oh,
You can't.
Oh,
Curtis can't see that.
Wait, can you?
Does that say La Mex?
Hell yeah, dog. It's a
Oh my
fucking
God.
Lamex hat. Yeah, as you know, they closed down recently entirely.
Yep.
No more Lamex.
Lamex is a
I think
famous Alaskan
Beartooth
restaurant.
bought one of them for parking.
Oh shit, that's rough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the building is
Fuck.
still there, gated off,
Alright.
but they
R.I.P.
used it for
Lamex.
parking.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
My favorite hat that I saw at the Loves was it had a fishing pole on it and it said "In Rod We Trust."
Wow, that actually rules. A
I know
lot.
it was
Oh my
awesome.
It'd be
God.
way cooler if it just had a big old sloppy penis.
Yeah.
Like just a
Well,
Tom of Finland
Yeah,
illustration.
in
of
Rod
just a
we
guy
trust,
with a fucking
yeah.
huge cock.
Mhm.
That would rule.
Mhm. Yeah, they also had they had like a bunch of cheap knives that you could buy. So in the area where they had like the little like pistol lighters and stuff,
Mhm.
they also had just a bunch of cheap knives.
Did they have anything gay there?
Not particularly. But one thing that was interesting is like everything there was politically neutral. There was nothing that was political.
That's interesting. I'm surprised there was no "Let's Go Brandon" shit.
I was surprised too.
Yeah.
I was actually looking. That was the reason I went into the Loves. Actually, I was like, if they have a "Let's Go Brandon" hat, I'm gonna buy it.
Yeah.
But it's just because like,
fucking "Let's Go Brandon" dental dams,
yeah, exactly, exactly.
eating sus pussy.
Dude,
Oh,
Let's Go
man.
Brandon dudes don't eat pussy. Come on,
Yeah, that's true.
come on.
Yeah, the fucking "Let's Go Brandon" dental dams that are still unsold, like in 2040.
Uh-huh. They had a sale on masks. Those were the only thing I saw on sale there at the Loves.
Yeah, what kind of masks? Any?
Nothing with any
was like an
designs.
eagle or no, bummer.
The cheap knives though had a bunch of designs on them. They
Yeah,
had like there was a lot of like the real tree camo type stuff.
Mm-hmm.
There was a bunch of eagles. A bunch of the knives
course.
had eagles
Love
on them.
eagles.
There were probably 4 different eagle variants.
Maybe like a deer or something. A big buck
no,
on one of those?
none of that. No.
bucks.
American flags on the knives for sure. The knives all felt like they were very low quality though. I wanted to buy one, but they were priced accordingly. Like they were like $10.
Yeah,
and they felt like $10 knives.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, I really wanted to. So one thing that I like to do when I'm on a trip, especially in like the podunk parts of the world, I like to buy cheap gas station knives because they're always funny.
Right.
I remember I saw one knife that I didn't buy and I regret it. And that's why I always go into these places to look for knives, because one time I was out west of Seattle. I was out in like the Bremerton type of area.
Yeah.
And I stopped at this gas station there, and there was a knife behind the counter, and it was a black knife and in red, like embossed letters. They were like, it was like part of the metal of the design. So it was like raised letters that were part of the design. So in red letters on this black knife, it just said in all across the whole knife. It was huge. It just said hate.
That rocks.
I know, right?
Dude,
gas station hate knife. Like I needed it.
A picture of that knife is like a perfect fucking album cover for like a hatecore band, or like just any metal band, really.
Yeah,
Actually,
it's pretty cool.
Hate Knife would be a sick name for a fucking.
Yeah.
It probably is already a band.
Probably.
Probably
probably on Storm.
Probably not a
Front
good
Records.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely not a good one. But yeah, if you ever get the opportunity to go to a Love's, I highly recommend it. I also highly recommend just gas stations in the middle of nowhere in general. I went to another one that sold kratom, which was great. They sold like CBD drinks and kratom, which I thought like, yeah, I love that I can get this at the gas station.
Hell yeah. We do love that.
Gas station kratom.
Is there any other type? Like, I mean,
there's head shop kratom.
I feel like that's the same shit.
Yeah, it definitely
there
is.
has to
can't
be,
be like
right?
separate vendors
God, I
who go
hope it is.
to gas stations and fucking head shops.
Yeah.
That's so
like
funny.
yeah, like the head shop has a superior product to the gas station. Come on.
Yeah, it's a good point. That's a good point. My dudes.
What's up?
Well, we're here, and I was hoping you'd be willing to come with me on a journey.
Where to?
The bucket.
I would love to.
Statements from the bucket
Oh my
Oh my God.
We're here.
We're here.
We're here.
Look at that. Hey, this is the part of the show where we take a look at YouTube comments and we laugh at them because, that's what we do here on the internet. Ha, 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 ha. Speaking of which...
Great introduction. Ha, ha, ha. Ha, 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 Spenser. Funny, funny, funny.
I'm Joker-pilled as hell. You're just going to have to deal with it. Maurice Cassen says 8 months ago, I guess it's kind of randomly asking, but does anybody know a good place to stream newly released movies online? I say pirate it yourself. Get a VPN.
Pirate it yourself. Otherwise, pay for it. No, my server rules. Hit me up later.
Yeah, anyways. Jay Jankey says, 3 years ago, edited, really, really feeling the groove all the way through this Pike. Somewhat Tool-esque?
Wait, which Pike was this?
What?
None of them.
None of them. Yeah, none of them. There was a lot of comments about Tool this week for some fucking reason.
Speaking of Tool-esque, I mean, first off, look at their fucking their thing has got to be like an Alex Gray painting, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like
they're definitely Tool-pilled.
they're so Tool-pilled.
So extremely Tool-pilled.
But actually, so this week in in fucking Tool news, have you heard about Grimes had a new baby with Elon Musk that they didn't really tell anybody about? It's named something that is the most tool-pilled thing I've ever heard in my life.
Okay.
The baby, which is a girl, is named Exa Dark Sideræl Musk. And Sideræl has the AE like in anema.
That sucks.
Oh my
Exa
god.
Dark Sideræl Musk.
Well, that sucks ass.
I knew it was going to be a Gleep Glorp name.
Yeah,
Definitely.
They're a Gleep Glorp couple. They're
Yeah.
fucking Rick and Morty pilled as fuck, those two.
Speaking of Rick and Morty build, YouTube user MJH says 1 year ago edited, love this one too. Helps me wade through the letters when I'm in the postal service trenches. Buckethead is endless, just like the mail.
I love the idea of a postal worker who works to nothing but Buckethead.
Yeah, isn't that great?
I'm not gonna lie. I love the idea of someone with just like who dresses just like a regular postal clerk, but the whole time instead of wearing like the blue mail cap, it is just a KFC bucket done up in white and blue.
Oh,
in
that
the
slaps.
USPS colors, right?
That slaps.
That's a
Wouldn't that go
patriot.
so fucking hard?
That'd go hard.
And instead of like KFC, it just has like the eagle. Oh my god, that
Yep.
would fuck in the hardest way. MJH, we want to make that happen for you. Hit us up.
Yeah, let's do
We
it.
won't make it happen, but we want to.
Yeah,
So
we
just hit us
do.
up.
Definitely
we
will.
really do.
How we want to help, but won't.
Speaking of won't make it happen, YouTube user Araxis Innovation says 1 year ago, so how many demons and which ones?
I'd say 96 quite bitter beings.
There you go. That works. That's a good answer. YouTube user Doppelganger7 says 2 years ago, sounds like Drop D. Either way, Tool ain't got shit on Buckethead. I'd rather listen to anything by Buckethead than anything by Tool any day.
First off, same.
Again,
same.
It's same,
Totally agree.
same, but also like I don't know why they keep talking
Right.
about Tool. Like I'm like, really, you guys? Like,
Yeah.
come on.
Also, yeah. I mean, not drop D, like D standard, I think, right?
Probably.
Like,
Yeah.
he's definitely playing in a drop tuning, but I'm pretty sure he plays in standard most of the time.
Yeah.
Do you think
And-
the Tool comments are springing up because didn't they just put a bunch of their shit on like Spotify? Didn't
Pretty sure
everyone
it was
get
a
like
while
super
ago,
horny?
though. Yeah,
Oh,
everybody
was
did
it?
get super horny.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but like, most of these comments are from like a year ago or more, though.
I guess it could be related to the
Yeah, it
Tool on
could be.
Spotify business.
Like it just popped up and everyone was just
Like,
like,
I do actually remember a year or two ago when that
Come
happened,
fist.
and I was like, oh shit, it was, and then so I actually listened to like a Tool album on Spotify when I had it, and I was like, oh yeah, that's why I don't really listen to Tool.
yeah.
I think I had realized that it's just dark grunge.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're not wrong. Yeah, you're actually, yeah, it's like if you gave fucking Pearl Jam polyrhythmics, and they'd end up like Tool, basically.
Sure.
Yeah,
Tool's fine. I don't
They're
really
fine.
like.
yeah,
I
Pearl
don't
Jam's
know.
fine too. It's just like
I can't
think Pearl
hate
Jam
on
fucking
it in front of my
sucks.
mom.
Yeah. Yeah.
no.
My mom
Pearl-
really
Pearl-
loves
Pearl-
Tool.
I would take Tool over Pearl Jam any day. Like any fucking day.
I don't
like,
know.
I fucking
I don't
hate
know.
Pearl Jam. But like
That's
Tool is
interesting.
Tool is fine.
Like everyone, the thing is like, both of them are bands of incredibly talented people who I don't think make good music together.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
like Nickelback.
Honestly, like really though, like fucking like Pearl Jam is all like legitimately good musicians. Their bassist is
Eddie
actually
Vedder
good.
sucks.
Eddie Vedder's he's as good of a vocalist, if not far better than Maynard James Keenan.
See that I don't know. I don't know both of them well enough to argue that one, but I would say like I hate his voice. And I don't hate Maynard's voice.
That's fine. You can hate someone's voice and realize that like maybe it's just not for you, but like maybe there's an objective thing to where.
Fine. I do objectively think that Eddie Vedder's a bad singer though, because like he goes out of key a lot, and he does it like stylistically, but I just don't think that's good. I don't think that he's intentionally doing that. I think he's just a bad singer.
You're definitely wrong. Like he is. He's definitely doing it on purpose. His accidentals are very purposeful. I'd recommend you actually listen to like his solo material to kind of get I don't know.
Maybe one of these days.
I don't think you ever will because you're obstinate, but you should because like Eddie Vedder is a legitimately good vocalist who does music that I just don't like.
Okay.
But you should listen to his solo material. He did the entire soundtrack for Into the Wild, and it's a great.
Oh, he did?
I didn't know they made a movie for that.
Yeah.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, he did all the original music for Into the Wild, and also he did a full album right before that called Ukulele Songs, which is actually like
that sounds like something I would really fucking hate, bro. I'm not gonna listen to that.
I hate the ukulele, but like his treatment of it, at least back when he made it in like 2012. Was like cool and like something unique and new. Now it probably sounds like every fucking thing on a telephone commercial.
Yo, I went to Target today and I forgot to bring my AirPods and I had to listen to the fucking music they play at Target and it literally made me want to kill myself. I was like, this is the worst shit I've ever heard in my life. I don't know, it was just like fucking ukulele music and I was like, this fucking sucks.
Is ukulele music all it takes to make you kill yourself?
Basically.
I can ukulele, dog. I can make both of our dreams come true, Spencer.
Hell yeah.
We can end this podcast early.
That would be nice.
I don't hate the ukulele, but I can understand it.
I don't hate the ukulele. I think the ukulele is a cool instrument. I hate the music white people make with ukuleles.
I hate how it's been used. I hate how it's been used to
like rap covers?
Marketing music.
Like the really corny like marketing shit where it's like
yeah. Oh, so one person whistling and like some claps,
and then like fucking ukulele, and
ukulele
it's like,
music.
You're supposed to feel happy when you hear this. And it's like, no, man, I feel like I fucking want to die because this sucks.
It's like one person like saw the fucking intro to Arrested Development, and they're like, I can sell anything with that.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do the Arrested Development intro, but worse.
Always worse.
Always worse. Speaking of always worse, YouTube user Mobsta Imaging says 1 year ago, my math teacher was just a rugby player who banged our hot English teacher that culminated in them taking a trip to Bali before she was denied re-entry to our country, which saw her deported home to the USA due to her not adhering to her visa requirements. Yet he wasn't as cool as a teacher, as the one who teaches students with BH in the background.
What
the fuck?
That's a lot of cool teachers, man.
Yeah, man.
I mean, yeah. So like,
So this is in reference to this guy who keeps commenting on Buckethead YouTube videos, keeps saying like, I'm a math teacher and I playlist in the background while my students do stuff.
Oh,
and
yeah, okay, we've seen that guy before. Okay.
But this comment was not like a response to one of his posts. It was just a random post. And so like it's referencing that. Yeah. And I know that because I read all of the Buckethead YouTube comments because I'm an insane person and nobody else would though. I don't know. Anyways, I like the idea of him talking about his math teacher banging the English teachers. It's nice.
Yeah,
it's wholesome.
So there was, I want to say, a music teacher in Alaska who taught at, I want to say Bartlett, but it might have been West. And he's famous because there's actually a law named after him about teachers grooming students who are of legal age but still they're students, because he was like a 30-something-year-old music teacher banging like a 17-year-old student, which was legal at the time, but they're like, hey, there should probably be a law against this because it is
dude, I feel so sick. Ugh.
Yeah. Yeah, and my dad, I believe, was actually going to that school at the time that happened, and I'm like, you should talk more about that because that's interesting. That's more interesting than anything that's happened to you, Dad. Do that story.
That's quite a thing.
Yeah.
Speaking of quite a thing, I think it's time for Cum Corner.
Oh, you think so?
I think so.
We got some cum on the way, baby.
Yeah, we do. Just a couple.
Just a couple cums.
Just a couple cummers.
Fair
in Cum
enough.
Corner.
Let's do it.
Getting horny.
Massive Borner.
Let's get into the
Cum Corner. Oh my God. Starting off Cum Corner. YouTube user Miss Russian Roulette.
I'm sorry, starting off cum corner or finishing cum corner?
Just starting.
I mean, they're all finishing though.
They all are finished.
Appetizer.
Miss Russian
Appetizer
Roulette.
for construction.
Miss Russian Roulette, who is definitely a dude, says 1 year ago, his music is porn for my ears.
Porn for my ears.
Yeah, porn for my ears.
Have you all ever jacked off to audio?
Yeah,
before?
yeah.
Yeah. So I remember like specifically like downloading like orgasm noises on Kazaa.
See, I just listened to Baby Got Back a bunch.
No, and I also listen. I remember like back in the day when I was like 12 and like had first started masturbating. Like I listened to K-Fat because it was like R&B and there was a bunch of like sexy sounding music with
lady voices
doing sexy lady stuff.
Yeah,
like Destiny's Child. I definitely have busted to Destiny's Child's voices. At least
you're a Destiny's Child predator. And that's the name of the episode.
That is definitely the name of the episode. Thank you.
Okay.
I am a Destiny's Child of audio masturbation.
Yeah, that's true. We got one more here, like kind of a wholesome one, I guess, so to speak. Ramon says, "I do love you, Big Buck." Whenever they say Big Buck, like they're on some shit.
Oh, definitely like capital B, capital B.
Yeah,
like Big Buck. They're thinking.
Yeah, they want
to. He's
daddy.
Big.
He's daddy.
Big.
You know, Daddy Bucket.
He's got a thick daddy cock.
Yeah, speaking of thick daddy cock, the king of Cum Corner this week, king of Cum Corner, YouTube user Huge for Guitar says 6 years ago, cranked the entire thing on my commute home. Oh, what a nice journey.
More like Huge foreskin guitar. And he definitely cranked.
He cranked the entire thing on the way home.
No, he's got a 45-minute commute, and he fucking like, you know, his glove box is just full of splooge at this point.
Yeah. Did you hear about that guy who recently died? He got in a car accident and was ejected through the windshield and died, but he had his pants down and he was jerking off to porn on his phone when his car crashed.
Was he ejected through the windshield or ejaculated through the windshield?
He was ejaculated through the windshield. Okay. Yeah. But that was it could happen to any of us, guys. Be careful out there, okay?
Yeah.
Be careful.
Have y'all ever jerked off in your car?
Yeah, of course. Well, I lived in my car.
I don't drive.
There all the time.
Okay, no. So have you ever jerked off in your car when it wasn't your domicile?
Yeah, totally.
Okay, I mean, I have too, but like I've never lived in my car, so.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't jerked off in my car since I was living in my car.
Fair, okay.
But like before that, when I was younger, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, there's opportunities, there's moments in time in which that seems like a thing you should do.
I remember one time when I was in high school on lunch break, I was just like really horny.
Mm-hmm.
And so I went and jerked off in my car, just like thinking about stuff. But it was like, I don't know, in like way too public of a view. Thankfully, I don't think anybody saw me.
You don't think?
I don't think, but maybe.
Somebody definitely saw you.
I'm not ashamed, whatever. I was dumpy at the time, but I still got a big old dick, so fuck them.
Yeah, there you go.
Fucking be like, hey, that fucking loser Britain was jerking off with a fucking big old dick. Mm-hmm. And I'll be like, you know what? Yeah, I am a loser, but thank you. I do have a big
There you go.
YouTube user Jeffrey Duerto says 1 year ago, other Demention, my boys.
Do you think he's related to Duarte, the president of the Philippines?
Yeah, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. YouTube user RC Swissmade has returned 1 year ago. Says Buckethead is not from this world. Where we go one, we go all.
Oh, we love the Q-pilled bucket pill.
Yeah, we love it. We love a Q-pilled buckethead.
A BuckQ-pilled, if you will.
Yeah,
a BuckQ-head.
It's like very, very rarely in the places I occupy on the internet do I actually see true Q-pilled content, and so when I see it out in the world, especially related to Buckethead, I always get excited.
I mean, not even on like the gay porn comments.
You see a lot of Q-pill on the gay porn comments.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird. Yeah,
cool.
Yeah, they're LGBTQ-pilled.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Yeah. So let's see here. Okay. We've got a couple more to close things out here, and they're all humdingers. Okay. All right. So
should I play cum corner again?
No.
Are they cum dingers?
No, they're not cum. They're just humdingers. Okay. This one is my favorite comment that I've seen on a Buckethead YouTube video.
Wow.
I'm just going to state that.
That's really...
It's not the one I'm closing with because you'll see why, but it is my favorite that I've ever seen. YouTube user B, simply the letter B, says 3 years ago, "That's awesome! Now take that as a lesson in life and reconsider flat Earth. It changed my perspective on life dramatically. Cheers."
Fuck yeah, B. I feel that.
Okay. So, as amazing as that is, the next comment is a response to that. Arm Wrestler 905 says 2 years ago, "Everybody ignore the flat Earth comment. It's just a bot hired/sent by a bigger evil thing that is trying to create diversion and start negative stuff on Buckethead's video. Just ignore the comment about flat Earth and long live Buckethead."
I love the idea that like the fucking CIA is funding a psyop against Buckethead fans.
Obviously.
Like they're on their list. They're
Are you implying they're not?
Yeah, they're like, all right, so we have a thing. We got Russian trolls, ISIS. Number 3 here, Buckethead fans are. We need to run a psyop on them because they're dangerous.
They are.
We're dangerous.
Truly. So, lastly,
okay,
but certainly not least, we have one more YouTube comment. YouTube user Jeff Lozowski says 6 years ago, "Donald Trump, Vladimir Putin, Conor McGregor, Michael Savage, Stephen Molyneux, and Buckethead. Get her done 2016.
What the fuck?
Statements from the Bucket
Yeah,
Wow.
that's my favorite that I've seen. It's like really an incredible comment, right?
Wow.
It's yeah. Truly, it's very wow.
I thought I was the only savage build.
Buckethead stand.
Bucket.
Yeah.
So those who don't know, Michael Savage is a person who actually brainwashed me when I was much younger.
That's true.
Into
That's when I
being-
met you.
Yeah. When you met me, I was very like neocon savage pilled by Michael Savage, and then
Who famously wrote the book "Liberalism is a Mental Disorder," among
Oh,
others.
is he like the
Yeah.
original Jordan Peterson?
Kind of.
He's worse. He's a real piece of shit. He's still doing like a podcast that I listen to every now and again, and I'm like, wow, this dude's fucking.
Just so you can like hate
daft.
masturbate.
Yes, I
Yeah.
hater bait on him all the
Yeah.
time. It's great.
Yeah.
Indeed. Yeah. So we're getting there.
We are getting there. Hey, here's the part of the show where we recommend stuff. We recommend that people check things out.
Yeah, we do. What do you got to recommend, Spencer Hodge?
What do I got to recommend? I recommend Del Taco. Like, I can't recommend anything else. I'm too excited about it. I recommend Del Taco and I recommend Love's truck stops. That's what I got. Take it or leave it. Do it.
Yeah,
I say
fair.
take it. Those things are awesome. Check them out.
Do it 100%.
Britt, you got a recommendation?
Yeah, and it's going to be our special episode next week. I gave you two options for our special episode next week.
You did?
Yeah, the first one, which you rejected, was both of us get really high on kratom for the first time.
Yeah, I've done kratom. Kratom sucks.
And that's the thing, is you've done kratom, so we can't both get really high on kratom for the first time because you've already done it. So
Oh, no. Is the other one just you being on kratom? It better not be.
That would be funny. However, instead, we're going to take a blast to the past and watch a film that we have already seen together in the theaters, 2007's Bratz the movie.
Yes, we are going to watch
We're going to
that.
go ahead and watch that, and
That
we're going to break it
slaps.
down. I'm going to break it down entirely politically. Spencer, you can do whatever you want, but I'm going to be doing political commentary on the Bratz film.
I'm just going to talk about the kids who dress like dinosaurs.
That's totally fine.
Yeah.
They've got 2 seconds in the film. You can do that.
But that's enough for me.
It is.
I can.
It's
laugh.
one of the few things I remember from the film.
It's the only thing I remember from the film.
Yeah. What do you have to recommend, Curtis? DJ Curtis, formerly known as Curtis Vodka.
What do I recommend?
Unfortunately, being
I don't
blocked
know.
out of the email prevented me from sending Curtis the
It's
email.
fair. It's fair. Do you have? I mean, except.
Oh, you know what I recommend?
Yeah, what's
I
that?
recommend. So I'm gonna be selling off everything I have, and I recommend that you follow me on Instagram, Kurtiss official, Kurtiss_official,
That's
KURTISS.
ISS.
Mhm.
Yes, sir. So I've got an ungodly amount of rare metal teas that need to go. They need to leave. I'm hauling them around when I'm moving. If
Hall
it
and Oates.
sucks. Yes. Yes, sir. Unfortunately, I do not have an Hall and Oates shirt though, so don't follow me for that. 'cause I don't
That
have it.
sucks because that's all I wanted. So.
Cool, because I have a Hall & Oates shirt, a Big Bam Boom shirt, and it rocks.
Oh,
That's-
also, I got an ungodly amount of VHS that it needs to go, but it's like
Yeah.
rare stuff, so I'm not gonna throw all this stuff away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm
I'm like
for
in
your
this like
VHS stuff.
horrible.
No, send me the list of your VHS stuff. I can sell it for you, dude. Like,
Okay.
I already trade in that all the time. So,
Yeah, I got so much of that stuff.
hell yeah, we love it.
That's tight. Well, we're definitely going to do that. And that brings us to my favorite part of the show.
Does it?
It does.
Here we go.
Ha 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 bucket joke. Ha 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 bucket joke. Ha 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 bucket joke. Ha 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 bucket joke.
Hey, it's time for bucket jokes. I wrote some jokes. None of them are about Buckethead. Go fuck yourself. I don't care. What do boxer Manny Pacquiao and a sounding fetish have in common?
I don't know.
Well, both are Filipino.
Whoa. All right.
Did you hear about this Blue Lives Matter themed bar they opened up?
No.
They're calling it Boot, Liquor, and Beer.
Hell yeah.
Why did Parker Brothers create Monopoly?
Why?
Because Nopoly wasn't enough.
Hate that joke.
Hey, I saw the classic pop and formerly prog band Genesis is on Cameo. For $1,000, the whole band will call in for 1 minute and give you a message. But for half the price, you get a Phil call in.
Ugh.
Wow.
It's a shame snakes don't have big fat dicks
That's true.
because they'd be great at sucking them.
Yeah.
Ouroboros
Ouroboros.
Cumis.
Sucking itself off.
You know, I'm trying to breed geese, but I've only got the females. So if someone wants to come by and have a quick gander, I'd appreciate it. Because male geese are called ganders. So I want a quick one who comes real fast like you, Spenser.
That's great.
What do a Steel Reserve alcoholic and the end of a tennis match have in common?
Oh, great question.
40 love. I approve of people who club seal.
Wow.
Kiss from a Rose sounds great on a big system.
Mm-hmm.
I like that
Mhm.
one.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I got banned from a minimalist textiles forum. I started too many threads.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
All right. Okay. All right. I'll give you that one.
Oh
Pretty
man,
good.
that made me red.
Pretty good.
All right. And the last one, I'll close on this one. What do the #1 movie in America right now and the vendors at a Chinese meat market have in common? The Batman!
Oh.
Oh my God. Wow. Well, we made it to the end of the show.
Yeah.
That's the show.
That's-
Hey, Curtis, you're amazing. Thanks for coming to hang out
Yeah,
with us. We really
appreciate
appreciate that.
Where
Yes,
you
sir.
already told us, but where can we follow you online and find you and your wares and your things and stuff?
All right. So Instagram is where I'm usually kicking up dust at the graveyard. Which is
Mhm.
KURTISS_official. I put that there because I got ahead of myself. Like, if anybody is gonna copy my Instagram, I just got back into my Twitter, but I don't like the vibes of Twitter, so I don't
Yeah.
really go to it.
Me either.
So whatever.
I love the vibes
And,
of Twitter.
I hate Twitter.
They're so
I'm
combative
getting.
and hateful. It's great.
It's so hateful.
I love it.
It's more of just like a wall of text that I feel like I'm way too behind. So I'm just like,
Yeah. So
Eh.
that's exactly my problem too. Like every time I log into Twitter, I'm like, I have to read so much of this to understand what the fuck any of these people are talking about
Mm.
that this is not fun anymore. Like
Oh.
I just want to go do something else.
yeah,
Bummer, guys.
I was too late. I showed up to the party in the middle of a joke and everyone's laughing and I'm like,
Yeah,
Why am I
do
here?
feel like I came to Twitter way too late. Like, I wish I would have been on it years ago because I like Twitter. I understand how it works. It's just I'm so fucking late to the party.
Mm.
You know?
well,
like,
I want to shout out my mom on Twitter. She's got like 10,000
What?
followers.
What? Your mom's
Fucking
more famous
funny,
than me
dude.
on Twitter for sure.
Oh.
She's
That slaps.
it's like political
Well,
shit.
Spencer, you
She's
don't have that bomb pussy.
Mm.
Bummer, dude. You don't have that mom puss.
Yeah. You got that Curtis mom pussy, dude. Come on.
Yeah, that's true. I
Everybody
don't got
before-
that puss. I don't
Yeah.
got that puss.
It happens, dog. It's okay.
Yeah. Wait, what's your mom's at?
I don't
Can
remember.
we
It's
share
probably
that
like
information?
it's like Goth Mom 907 or something.
Dude, that slaps.
Holy
What?
shit. That rules. I'm
awesome.
at the queer goth on my personal shit. That's crazy.
My mom is
rocks.
very gothic and
That
very
rocks.
left wing political. Like very like. I think the reason she has
That's-
10,000 followers is because she gets angry. She's very. It's like what you think a MAGA asshole is, but she's on the left.
Nice.
Oh, and then I'm on SoundCloud, which is just Curtis Vodka.
Oh, yes, you are.
If you just Google me, you'll find me.
Yeah. We'll put a link or two in the episode description as well.
Can do.
I
Britt, where
appreciate
can we
it.
follow you?
You can follow me at Dog Vorbis on most socials.
Mhm.
But you know what? You should just hit me up on at a Bucketcast on most socials.
Mhm.
Say hello. I'll say
Also-
hello back.
I forgot we had a phone call. We had a message. to
Oh, do
play.
we? I didn't know that.
We'll do that later.
We can.
We'll do it next episode. Anyways, you should give us a phone call if you listen to this and just tell us something, anything. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I probably won't share it in an episode, so just do it anyway.
Yeah. Our
But
number
anyways,
is 425
425-310-2416.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. And you can follow me at my website, spenser.zone, or New Metal Karate Society on Instagram.
Indeed.
Hell yeah.
And that's pretty much the whole episode. We've
That is.
got one more segment that
We
we
do.
do after the outro.
Yes.
So we're going to go ahead and sign off and then do that segment if you want to stay with us. If you don't, we totally understand.
Curtis, we're going to do a very dense thing that is extremely hard to explain. If you want to hang out with us, you're welcome to. If not, that's okay. So up to you.
But regardless, I have been Britain.
And I have been Spenser.
I've been cummed.
That's fair. Me too.
Yeah, you've been listening to Gettin Head,
A Bucketcast. Stay greasy, Bucketheads.
Namaste.
Due to your Google flacency, I'm going to have to nibble the friggin' spaggendackle back into the hellier spuckin' muckin'. Whoops.
Ooh, it's time.
Oh my god, it's fucking time.
Epic Ralph battles in
Of
history.
Or watch people. You gotta go out and get that job. What a waste of pleasure. What a waste of pleasure. What a waste of pleasure.
Oh my god. Okay, so this is there's this scene in the Bam Margera directed film Ming Hags from 2009
Mhm.
that we're obsessed with. And so every week each of us rewrites the scene
Yes.
and then we perform it together.
Mhm.
And then I make some videos
Yeah.
of that. I haven't done it for last week yet, but I
That's
will.
all good. Would you like me to play the audio, or do you want to play the video?
If you could just play the audio, that'd be great.
Okay. So
Yeah.
here's the audio to the scene.
So you can hear what it's supposed to sound like.
And if you're watching the stream right now, you can see the two characters. You really don't need to actually see the scene too much. And if you want more backstory on it, we have a full episode where I explain literally every component of this 52-second scene.
And if you want to see some of our recreations of the scene, is set to like actual video, you can check out our YouTube channel where we have put up the videos that I've made of that. So
Which I think is YouTube/a Bucketcast. It could be
correct. I believe that is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So go ahead and play
Anyway,
the scene, Britt.
Yeah, here we go. All right. This is what we call the Ralph scene.
Jesus Christ, Ralph. Aren't you supposed to go out looking for a job today?
Nah, there's a b-ball game coming on at 4.
You can't watch no b-ball game. You gotta get a job.
Nah, I'm gonna try to get laid tonight.
Ralph, I'm getting tired of it. You're gonna get a job today. Today.
This is muffed up. I'm taking a day off.
Back in the war, we kill sissies like you. I'd like to shoot you, stupid.
You couldn't hit the side of a barn.
If we were in the jungle, I'd slice your throat.
And this isn't the jungle. My cat will save me.
I can't believe that I had sex to even make you.
Sex makes people.
What a waste of pleasure.
My name is Ralph.
Your forehead makes a good target. By the end of the day, you better have a job or else. You see this? It's gonna hurt. Get a job.
So, so we've got two music themed ones.
Yes, we
this
do.
week.
Mine is between Nickelback bassist Mike Kroger and Vinnie Paul in the back of a limo in Dallas, Texas.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to do yours first then? Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah,
why
let's
not? Let's do it.
All right. Who should I be?
It doesn't really matter.
Okay.
I haven't done a Ralph in a while. Why don't I be Vinnie Paul in this
all right,
scene?
you're Vinnie.
Okay.
Vinnie doesn't have much of an accent at all. Oddly enough, even though he's from Texas.
Yes, I know, right?
Yeah, he's
Pretty
got
odd.
a very flat accent. And so I'm Mike Kroger, so Canadian.
Yes. Canadian, eh?
All right. Yeah, hey, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
And so, they're drinking in the back of a limo in Dallas, Texas.
Mhm.
That's the scene.
All right. I will start this out
Go ahead.
whenever you're ready.
I'm ready.
Jesus Christ, Vinnie. Aren't you supposed to primarily care about heavy metal?
This Christina. Okay, I gotta practice my Ralph voice. This Christina Aguilera. Okay, I got it. Okay, let's do it one more time.
All right. Jesus Christ, Vinnie. Aren't you supposed to primarily care about heavy metal?
This Christina Aguilera album will be over soon.
You can't care about pop music. You gotta go be a famous metal drummer.
Nah, I'm gonna get drunk with you and the other guys from Nickelback tonight.
Now, Vinnie, I'm getting tired of it. You're gonna start only caring about metal music today. TODAY.
This is muffed up. I'm gonna go buy an Enigma album.
Enigma, back at the metal show, they beat up sissies that like Enigma.
Drink some Crown Royal and buy the pop radio station with me.
If we were at a show, your fans would revolt.
Well, this isn't a show. We can be ourselves in this limo all night.
I can't believe you're going to let me use some Dimebag solo outtakes on a Nickelback song.
Nickelback makes music?
What a waste of talent.
My name is Vinnie Paul.
Your taste in music is too basic. By the end of the day, you better be more metal or else. You see this Nickelback song featuring Dimebag? Your fans are going to hate it.
Meow.
Be more metal.
That was really fun. Thank you.
Wonderful.
So that was the thing that really happened. Apparently, Vinnie Paul and Mike Kroger got drunk in a limo in Dallas, Texas.
So Mike Kroger's the bassist, Chad Kroger's brother.
Yeah,
right?
correct.
Okay.
They got drunk in the back of a limo. So Nickelback and Pantera were friends for quite some time,
Right, which is weird.
Which is weird. But it is true. It is verified by many sources. But Mike Kroger was like, yeah, I was in the back of this limo with Vinnie Paul, and we were getting drunk, and he would not stop talking about how amazing he thought Christina Aguilera was and how much he loves pop music. And then I went and looked at some other things about Vinnie Paul, and he named Enigma as one of his favorite bands of all time. And
dude,
he's just he's a weird guy. I don't know. I think it's pretty funny.
So like, I've got a weird relationship with Enigma because like one of my favorite ever friends with benefits.
Mm-hmm.
Always and pretty much primarily and like only wants to fuck to Enigma.
Wait, so like Return to Innocence?
They like their like 2000s-ish material more, but yeah, we've definitely like
You have you blasted ropes to Return to Innocence to the guy like being hey, and you're like
yes.
That rules, dude.
Yeah.
I hope to one day be
confirmed. It rocks. It's awesome.
That's awesome. Bro.
I wish I like did the I'm gonna I'm blasting ropes all over your face.
That's so awesome, dude. I love that. That's fucking great.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
So, Britt, will you tell us what your scene's about?
Yeah, so our scene is about something we've talked about several times before.
A lot, yeah.
It is an interaction. It's not the interaction when Lars Ulrich kicked out Dave Mustaine from Metallica. But it is an interaction predating that when Lars Ulrich is telling him to get his shit together or he will be kicked out.
I'm going to play Lars Ulrich.
Yes, you are, because I'm definitely going to play Dave Mustaine whenever you're ready.
All right. Jesus Christ, Dave Mustaine, aren't you supposed to get control of your mental health and sobriety today?
Hello, Lars. I'm drunk again.
You can't keep doing this. You got to get a handle on your drinking.
Nah, I'm going to write most of the good songs on Kill 'Em All tonight.
Dave, I'm getting tired of it. You're going to get sober today. TODAY.
This is muffed up. I'm going to start my own band.
Back in the metal militia, we'd kill sissies like you. I'd like you to leave the fucking band, stupid.
I wrote Metal Militia.
If we were on tour, I'd kick you off right now.
But we're on tour. My riffs will save me.
I can't believe we wrote half an album with you.
We wrote half an album?
What a waste of Metallica.
My name is Dave.
Your mess of a life makes a good target. Get your shit together soon or else. See this contract? It's gonna be gone. Sober up!
Hell yeah, we love it.
So, that was an episode of Comedy for No One, a.k.a. Epic Ralph Battles of History.
A.k.a. our podcast for 75 episodes.
Fucking episodes, wow. Yeah.
Yeah. If you're still here, thanks. But
Yeah.
also, maybe question your own life decisions.
Yeah.
'Cause,
I would say that's a good choice.
I'm questioning your life decisions.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah. We love it.
We do love it. With that, I think we're going to end the stream.
I think we're good.
Bye.
Thank you so much for joining us, Curtis. Peace out, dog.
Thanks, buddy. Good seeing you, man.
Hey.
Hey, hit us up.
Yes, sir.
Hit us up if you come down here. We should hang out.
Yeah, absolutely. We'd love to
Yeah.
see you.
That
Yeah,
will
man.
definitely
Hell yeah.
happen.
Hell yeah.
Sick dog.
That
Peace.
rocks. Later, dude.